Hi everyone, Pastor Eric. Some whiteboard theology or Cleopas project video. We're going to do our third and final scripture for memorization. And in fact, this scripture is perhaps one of the most beautiful invitations from Jesus himself throughout the entire scriptures. It's from Matthew 11:28 through 30. Come to me, he invites us, all who are weary and heavy laden or burdened, and I will give you rest. It says, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Unless you grew up on a farm, perhaps a yoke, what they would put on an oxen, is not very familiar, but it was oftentimes this wooden piece that they would place over the oxen or a set of oxen, and they would pull through the field, and the farmer would walk behind the two oxen that have the yoke on them. And Jesus said this is a common phrase in terms of rabbinic teaching, that you were inviting the rabbi's teaching and the way of life, that you were taking their yoke upon you and learning from them. I like to imagine, when I think about that yoke and I pray through the scripture, I like to imagine, again, two sides of that yoke. I dip my head under one side and Jesus is on the other. And I'm learning, and really I see this as an apprenticeship scripture, because I'm learning his ways. I'm learning how to live life, how to pray prayers, how to interact with people. I'm learning from Jesus. I'm saying yes to his apprenticeship, to his discipleship, to his discipline, to all those things. I happen to really like the Message's translation, Eugene Peterson. I memorized the NIV, but there's this phrase in there that I just love from Eugene Peterson. I'll just read the entire scripture. You can look at this as you hear. Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. He'll teach you what your true life is. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. That's how he's translating this idea of yoke. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I love that. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. That yoke is just going to fit us just right. Keep company with me, and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. I love that idea of unforced rhythms of grace. If you remember the hand that we talked about, what it means to be spirit-filled, and we talked about wisdom, and we've talked about faith. Power was the last one. You remember that? That fourth one, or I guess it would be third one, is grace. Right? We're learning a life filled not only with the work of the Spirit, but his grace, these rhythms of life that he wants to disciple us in. I would encourage you, along with the other two scriptures, would you memorize this passage of scripture, Matthew 11:28 through 30, and then, of course, as we're trying to do, not only memorize, but begin praying those scriptures daily. Thanks, everyone. God bless.